Red-haired one, allow me to get a good look at you if I may. I see, so it's you. I am but an Terran fortune teller, and so too are you, a nameless traveler for now. Just what will you accomplish here in these lands? Such a fascinating prospects. Something about Donna in the future, or whatever. Oh, Adel. Going out for a bit? I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. I got mail? I thought it was a little weird myself. You only wound up here because of the incidents on the Adamas, and that was all pure coincidence. Sealed letters addressed to Adol Kristen. I'll be waiting at the town beach. That's all they wrote. There's no sender listed either. You don't suppose it's just a prank or someone's hitting on me? Yeah, what can go wrong? I'll check it out. You will? Well, just don't bite off more than you can chew. Oh right, if you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs doing. Our tables could use fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. Yeah, it's right off a well-traveled road, so I'll be okay. You take care too, Adol. I don't know, Edna from Shadow Hearts 3 just gets kidnapped by a bunch of mafias, so never take your chances. There's still a short while before it's time to meet with the commander of the local militia. Now might be a good chance to head for the beach, like the letter instructed. Yeah, okay. They really upped the graphical engine for this game, because like 8 and 9, like we all know about like Falcom's budget, so like the games aren't the like most graphically impressive. They did up their game for this one. I wonder when your father will get home. Looking for pretty shells, wanna help? Where's that magic conch that I just had? I can give it to that child. Oh, it's you. Should have expected this. This is a lie. Of course I was expecting you of all people.
Didn't think you'd show up alone. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain. Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday.
I'm in no mood to explain to you. I just want to beat you up. Is that Mana?
So you do know of it.
Enemies will perform a power attack after emitting a red warning. Note that power attacks cannot be defended against through regular guarding or evasion. So I need to guard the, or dodge them.
Hold back this time.
Ow. Come here, Captain Princess. Still don't know your name yet. Stop. I would do the, yeah, okay, R1 and O to get that combo.
Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
Adel lived everything that happened out for the raid captainess as plainly as he could.
Leela? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man. And just why should I tell a louse like you?
Well, I mean, I told you everything, which I was hesitant about.
Blood and thunder. Grieger. You fought one just yesterday, didn't you? Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good. Well, aren't we popular?
At that moment, Adol and the girl felt a strange sensation. Their intentions flowed effortlessly between them, conveying their every move without a word.
What was that just now?
Some kind of JRPG, anime, magic nonsense. Hold R2 to enter duo mode, during which you can press X to use joint attacks. Excuse me? Not attacking while in duo mode will place you in duo guard, letting you automatically defend against enemy attacks.
Form up!
This seems interesting.
What in hell did you just do to us?
What in hell with one less L?
At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long.
I'm definitely gonna see you again, but just for the sake of the plot.
Huh? And why should that matter? I'm a Norman. A pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf.
I would, but I kind of like don't want to play Memories of Celceta right now or explore Celceta.
Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
No, where's the option that I did do this and I want a fun game mechanic?
Guess not. This mana doesn't seem to be coming from either of us. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
This is a ridiculous and kind of funny plot point that works in the gameplay's favor. Adol and Karja then attempted to use their mana abilities to free themselves. Ultimately, however, the mysterious shackles refused to come off, leaving them at a loss on what to do next. She reminds me of Duvali from Cold Steel. I can kind of see it. Definitely with the helmet, I can definitely see Duvali resemblances.
No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind. I hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point. Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist.
Not much choice.
Watch it. If anyone should be complaining, it's me. My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta. Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. Already put two and two together, eh? Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Karja joined the party. Okay, this is literally the classic, like, hey, we're literally like handcuffed to each other. We cannot leave each other's side. We're forced to stick together. And the game is probably gonna be like
don't
us.
Stray too far. Taking enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if
Right.
Gunnar knows anything about this. Ugh, why me?
Listen, Karja, if we're gonna be stuck to each other like this, we gotta learn not to interrupt each other. I mean, you don't cut me off and we'll have a good time. As I was saying, we're gonna have to learn to deal with each other and tolerate each other. It's gonna be one of those stories. Merciful heavens! Look, it's the pirate princess. Please forgive us, I don't know where manners are. Where her manners are. Yeah, I'm assuming you get this often. Comes with the territory in the Balta Sea Force. What happened on the Artemis was nothing compared to what Karnak saw about a year ago. At the time, we wound up executing several rival pirates right in front of the townsfolk. They've acted like this toward me ever since. But enough of that, let's hurry to the command post. My chaperone will get on my case if we're late, and I'd rather not deal with this any longer than I have to. Sure thing. I've got necklaces made of the finest of Belia Gulf pearls. How about it? I'll cut you a deal. Wonder if I'm able to switch to Karja. The game will probably tell me at some point. Well, if it ain't Anar stopping by Karnak for the time being. Yes, I had several business meetings with the merchants in town. I'll be heading back to the island soon to unload my inventory. I was able to stock up on quite a few interesting products, so be sure to stop by the store, Princess. Will do. Looking forward about your travels. Over here.
Hey, Princess. Back already?
Who's your +1?
Is Gunnar in? I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow. You her little boy toy now, or what?
Not a chance. You know it, bro. You know it. I have to.
Wait, for real? Didn't realize you were her type. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adamas also?
Hey, what are you whispering to him about?
Yeah, get this. We're handcuffed to each other, so she has to hang out with me, and she's gonna have to like me, and maybe we'll become an item. I don't know.
Just making small talk.
I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was a passenger on the Adamas.
Probably should relate everything that occurred on the beach to Gunnar.
I see. So we have here not only a mana wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the former.
That better not be a smirk I see.
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least.
I mean, it kinda is.
It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here.
Okay, you pronounce this Jarl. I will try to keep that in mind.
Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow? And just what am I supposed to do until then?
Let's go on a date at the beach or something.
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Karnak.
What? But why?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing. This may even be to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think? I believe you're at an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Fair.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part. We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead.
All right already. I get the message.
Adel, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Balta Sea Force. I'm recalling you correctly then. Your battles aboard the Adamas were very impressive. No doubt you have many thoughts on this subject, but collaboration is a must if you want any hope of resolving this. We Normans have our ways, some of which may run counter to your own. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free. Good. I appreciate the understanding. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adol and mind what he says.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar? Why are you so trusting of him anyway?
That you feel the need to ask is all the more reason to make use of this opportunity. The boy is, if nothing else, accustomed to travel. I expect he will be very accommodating.
Listen, Karja, you're gonna have to go on these adventures with me, and you're going to like it. You'll eventually learn to like it. Each episode so early? Yeah, it's a good point. We gotta give it like another 20 hours plus till we get to the beach intermission.
I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adol.
Alright, cool. Whoa, who's the girl, Adol? We've barely been here a day. How'd you already? I'm so in there. Wait a minute, is that who I think it is? I remember you from the Adamas. You must be Adol's friend. Huh, you're actually pretty well built. And I'm seeing you up close. Yeah, and the ease devs never make them playable. So, any reason you're wandering around together all buddy-buddy like this? She just started hitting on me. For real? Not even? You're just begging me to lop off that hand of yours, huh? What in the world happened between these two? You probably want to push me in the river, but hear me out. Wouldn't that mean you fall into the river as well? With these magic handcuffs? Spend the rest of my day in Karnak, huh? I'll admit, it's true I never had a chance to before. Inside your crew has some good eggs. You're referring to Gunnar? And hold on, why does it feel like you're talking down to me all of a sudden? The pirate princess? Forget it, the two of us are moving as one for now. Anything on your agenda? Yeah, forgot all about the militia. The local militia? What, do you plan on lending them a hand? Should I not? Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to raise a fuss about it. Not that it matters. Way things stand, I gotta come whether I like it or not. Beep. Not only does the pirate princess stick out like a sore thumb, the sight of her frightens the townsfolk out of their wits. Maybe taking Karja straight to the militia's headquarters isn't the best idea. What, you got a problem? Spit it out. Adol doesn't really do that, only in like the first 5 minutes of the game. Huh, what are you, daft in the head? So what if I fought a few wolves? I barely came out any dirtier for it. Besides, where would you even find a new outfit for me to change into? You'd be surprised. True enough, it's hard to think of someone who'd be willing to help out a Norman. Adol. Have you already stopped by at the militia? I'm just on the way back from a house call myself. Say, aren't you that girl from the Adamas? It would seem the two of you are in a pinch. May I ask what the issue is? Certainly didn't take long for you to get into the thick of things. That said, I do have someone in mind who might be of assistance. Not at all. In fact, you can come meet her this very minute if you'd like. Let's be off at once then, shall we? She's right over at the Estrad Clinic. To the clinic. What you guys chatting about? Isn't it just terrible? Not that I'd expect any better from the Normans. They've always... This moving around while dialogue is active reminds me of Xenogears. Because you were able to do it in that. Very ahead of its time for PS1. The town's the gateway to the whole of Abelia Gulf. We get loads of shit passing through every day. Yo, doggo. Love doggos.